and gentlemen, welcome to the Ross Patterson Revolution! Brought to you by GhostBed.com.
Ooh.
Is it Monday?
I don't know.
Is it Monday or is it?
Does it really fucking matter?
Sure doesn't, Jabes.
Nope.
Sure doesn't.
Life is a highway, obviously.
And I'm going to ride it all night long. That's Tommy Cox who said that. Cock of the walk. That's Tom Cochran, who sang Life is a Highway. Still a huge fan of that. Huge fan of the song. Everybody knows I'm a Tommy Cox fan as well.
Oh, yeah?
As a fucking conehead, Jabes. I'm a fucking conehead. Man, woke up. Usually
Got out of bed.
Check the news. Yeah, welcome. Got out of bed. You just sing a Beatles song? That is rare for you. Real rare. You hate the Beatles.
I don't hate the Beatles. I don't hate the Beatles. I think they're overrated. Carry on.
I heard that somebody on another TV show was just like, "Hey, have you ever had a Beatle in your asshole?" Cool. That's what Ringo Starr used to say. I'm kidding. I just made that up.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Nailed it. Boom. Just made that up. That's off the cuff. You can let that lie. You can let that dog lie, or you can pick it up. Pick it up and take a drop on that one. Woke up this morning. Usually check the news, see what's going on.
Sure.
I was shocked this morning when Ezra Miller was trending #1 in the world, and I was like,
Yeah, dude.
did he get married to another dude? What is happening there?
Yeah.
Fine actor. Pretty talented dude.
Yeah.
He plays Flash in the DC movies, if you're into
Among
that.
other things, I remember
I'm not
him
into
from
that.
How to Be a Wallflower, I think.
Yeah,
Or,
the movie was great.
Really good.
Really good.
Is that what it's called? Anyways.
Don't give a shit about any DC movies, really. Ever since Christian Bale stopped playing Batman, I just checked out of that whole bullshit.
The
DC movies.
Okay.
I'm not a big comic book guy anyways, but
Right.
If you don't remember Ezra Miller, at every press conference, he was wearing some form of sequins
Yes.
as the Flash.
Yes, he's non-binary and queer.
Great. What
That's
does
how he
what does
identifies.
non-binary mean exactly?
It means that you are not on the spectrum that science uses of male and female.
That's a fun thing.
You're just like non-anything.
Great.
Right? You're your own
But he's also queer.
thing.
Though. So how are you non-binary and then also queer?
It's just a puzzle. I think it's a kind of a
You
Mad
don't get to be
Libs
both.
types. Yeah, you can.
Nah. If you're non-binary, it means you're nothing, right? If you're queer, that means you're in other dudes.
No, it means you don't identify as either male or female. You are like your own thing. And then queer
means that you like other dudes. It means you're gay.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, so you are identifying as something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So which is it, hombre? You don't get to choose both.
Yeah. Who knows?
I don't get to call myself tan, like when I'm checking into a doctor's office.
So queer is either queer questioning?
James, I look. I'm searching for answers here.
Look, whatever.
Brother.
Anyways, he definitely was really pushing that narrative in the press.
Yeah.
It was a lot of like the only non-binary to be in a DC movie, the only queer person to be in a.
You bet. You don't get to be both of those, by the way.
I don't actually think you get to tell people what they can or cannot be, but
if you're non-binary, that means you identify with nothing. Queer means I'm gay, but so you queer as nothing. I look at 0 times whatever else that is. Typically, the answer is 0.
Sure.
Not in this case. You get to have like 9 letters behind your name, and it's like, oh hey man, guess what? I feel like this today.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I woke up this morning and felt non-binary.
Did you?
Woke up without a boner this morning, and I was just like, shit, that's rare. Am I a fucking dude or a woman today? Don't know. I'm going to have coffee just like a man or a woman today.
Right.
And then I'll figure that out later.
Let's get into...
As soon as my penis tells me what time it is.
Yeah, let's get into what Ezra did.
The reason why I'm bringing this up, James, as a non-binary queer, right? It was a little shocking as to why he was trending. Because one would think if you identify as non-binary queer, you have a lot of tolerance, and you expect others to have the same tolerance towards you. Because you're the first one to do these things in a comic book movie, but then you end up choking a woman. Jamie, can we see that clip?
So I'd like to get your take on the video. I have my own take.
Sure.
Yeah.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro.
Whoa. Whoops.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
Oh.
Whoa, bro. Fight?
Yeah.
It was like he was grabbing a Christmas ham out of the freezer. There it is. One more time, Jamie.
Whoa, bro. Fight?
Brought her down to the floor, though. That's some superhero shit.
Almost. It's like onto this thing. But yeah. It kind of seemed like a joke.
Seemed like it at first, and then that's a big woman you're taking to the floor.
Yeah, it seems like maybe she was like, hey, I'm going to come at you, and then I would love for you. Because, fans want all kinds of different things. Like, can you choke me out? Can you take me down? Can you whatever, right?
No, I'm going to stop you on that first one. Never heard someone say, can you choke me out?
Can you, like,
unless
do
it was
some
sexual.
moves? No?
No. Does the Flash choke people out?
Can we, like, do a play fight on video? I don't know. Like, I think he was drunk, to be honest.
Okay.
I think that
this always goes well when you're choking people out.
Yeah, I think that, I don't know. I think it was a play fight, and it kind of like went too far, honestly.
That's a big woman to have a play fight with.
But she's coming at him like
very stilted, James. This is you're just standing up for female violence, which I like.
No, not female violence, just 8-second videos taken out of context and canceling someone over it. I know, but everyone else is.
I'm not canceling anyone. I'm just saying I woke up this morning and I was shocked to see Ezra Miller choking a 250-pound woman to the floor. It's something you just don't see every day.
Right.
Especially out of a non-binary.
Queer.
Yeah. Somebody who identifies as non-binary queer. Like it seems a little out of place. Maybe I'm just judging them. I'm like, I guess they can choke out women just the same as straight dudes can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think anyone can choke out anyone.
So I think if we learned anything this morning, it's that straight men can also choke out women just the same as non-binary queer men. Okay? And that's my biggest takeaway from this.
Right.
There is never a good outcome with this, even if you're just
even
playing
if it
around.
Is play fighting.
No, never. Not once.
Yeah.
Not once.
And it's the thing of like the people, the guy in it going, bro. Like if there was no whoa, bro, you would have been like, okay, like does she get up and is she laughing? Like what, is she cool with it? Like what did she say before?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
It's 8 seconds. So it's kind of like.
You know what's weird about that 8 seconds? If you're any rodeo fans out there, that's how long it takes to ride a bull. Yeah. Luke Perry starred in that movie. One of my faves. 8 seconds is still one of my faves to this day. I'm not comparing her to a bull.
Sure.
However, he did take her down like one. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
what the outcome's going to be of this, but it was a fun little flirty way to start off a Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was amped about that.
Yeah, I bet. You do love violence against women.
No, I love when it's a non-binary queer violence against women because then it's like, oh, they're stars. They're just like us, like us straight guys. Like, holy shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what you identify as. You're still going to choke a woman. A woman's going to get out of control and you're going to.
A woman's going to be dancing, is going to be doing the robot towards you, and you're going to have to take her down. Talk to Dan about how many times he's wanted to take me down when I'm doing the robot.
I'm sure.
Choke me out.
I'm sure. Jamie,
he has to really.
Can we show that one more time? Maybe 2 more times for the peeps here. Because now that we're live on YouTube, we're really starting to gain an audience here. I don't know that they saw it because they're just tuning in.
Got it. You guys really need to
this
see.
2 more times. This is Ezra Miller.
Ezra Miller, non-binary queer star of DC movies.
Whoopsie daisy.
You want to learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal?
You want to fight?
Yeah.
Whoa, bro.
It looks like a controlled takedown,
Did you want to
I
fight?
have
Is
to
that
say.
the deal? Whoa, bro.
Oh, I love it.
It's the
Thank you,
whoa,
Jamie.
bro. It's the whoa, bro. No whoa, bro.
And
And we're good.
quid pro.
Yeah. No
No
whoa.
bro.
Dancing. It's definitely a controlled takedown.
Sure.
You know, onto what it looks like, maybe like pillows.
Don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Some kind of something onto the side. It's not exactly the ground. I don't know where they are. There's lots of graffiti and things.
There was Catherine Tamayo's on here, and she says, maybe got carried away, but I feel like it looks like it was a joke. I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know the context of it either way. All I know is it
It
pops
looks
up this
like
morning.
a joke, I know. But yeah, but I do love that there's nothing going on.
Very Wayne Brady.
And when was this?
Yeah. Who knows? Like, are we practicing social distancing?
Now we need to really dig into.
Or what I want to know, does Ezra
time
Miller have to
stamp.
choke a bitch? Does Ezra Miller have to choke a bitch?
Right.
Just like Wayne Brady. We got the new one, dude. Ezra Miller. I can't wait to find out what the real story is. Either way, yeah, he did seem kind of rocked. And when was this? And why is it coming out now?
Yeah.
Looks like it was over Christmas time. Everybody was kind of bundled up in warm gear there.
Oh, yes, you're right.
So who knows?
And he had kind of like a big flowy red jacket on.
Who knows?
Robe.
But it also wouldn't surprise me if it was in California, because no one is practicing social distancing in California whatsoever.
They aren't still?
No, dude, no. So last night, news. Hey, everyone, we're practicing social distancing except at the Studio City Farmers Market. What the fuck is the deal there? What's the deal? Here's the thing. I checked on the coronavirus weeks ago, so I don't really care.
Yeah.
As the state of California, with all these celebrities making videos and posts and fucking,
maybe they need to make
stay-at-home videos.
Maybe they need to make a couple more.
Yes, but how?
Maybe we need Imagine again, just
How
so that
is
we
the
can.
farmer's market the one thing that you can't give up in this life? It was packed yesterday. Packed. Jam-packed. Studio City, by the way. So that's the heart of Hollywood. That's where everybody is like, oh, great. We're in Studio City.
I'm at a weird point in the quarantine where I'm more worried about people losing their jobs.
Same here, but I was there weeks ago. So
I'm more worried about just people that have saved their entire, use their entire life savings to like open a restaurant or small business, or these people that have a crop and they're taking it to the farmer's market. That, or it just goes bad.
Yep. Same.
Like we don't need your jars of honey, but if someone has like tomatoes or something, they need to be sold. If they're not sold, then they're going to be.
I agree. So the thing is, if you're Gavin Newsom, the governor of California,
sure.
How are you? Because he was the first one to shut down a state. He was the very first one. Him and Cuomo up in New York.
Yeah.
How are you going to shut it down? Be this emphatic about how many ventilators you need, respirators, all that other shit, but you're not going to shut down. You're not going to shut down the farmers markets.
Is it because it's outdoors? Is it because you can it's basically saying like
they shut down 2 other farmers markets, so shut down the beaches.
Right. Georgia, I think, is opening back up the beaches.
Great.
Yeah.
Look, I was on the beach this weekend.
It's like some defiant governor. I don't know who the governor of Georgia is.
So there's 9 states right now that are currently not closed down.
Governor Kemp.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's being like, I'm opening the beaches back up.
Yeah. I was on the beach all weekend. It was gorgeous.
I guess the idea is that if you are outside and you're not like right up on somebody and you're wearing your mask or whatever it may be, I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know. We're going to have to slowly get back to it, right? So this is how it's going to happen. I don't know. Maybe this is too early for some people, but this is how it's going to happen, right? There's going to be certain things that kind of pop up, right? Like China, it was movie theaters. You can go to movie theaters, put on your mask, don't sit right next to people, whatever.
You can still eat bats.
Whatever.
Yeah, you can go back to eating bats and all that other shit.
So
in China.
it may be here that it's like outdoor stuff will be first, right?
Look,
beaches,
in some instances,
farmers markets.
I feel like it is if you don't really care. And like for me personally, I haven't cared this entire time. So I've lived my life. I'm starting to see other people just live their life, especially in California. So you look at Runyon Canyon, all the hiking trails, all the shit, they're packed.
Right.
Beaches, That now they shut them down, but they didn't do anything about the farmers markets packed. Like, people are going to get to a point where they just don't care anymore. And personally, I've crossed it. What I can't stand, because I have so many fucking California people on my Facebook timeline, is like criticizing the president, criticizing government for not doing enough. And it's like, dude, you're not even doing it in your own state and or city. Most of these people I know are in Studio City. It's like, hey, let's put up a post about shutting down the farmers market if you're really that concerned. We need ventilators, but we also need fresh ginger from the fuck off. Choose one or the other. You want people to die, or do you want your ginger? You want your ginger on the week? You want your ginger shot? Like, what is it? Pick one. Sure. Otherwise, shut the fuck up about what government's doing and not doing during the time of crisis, because you're not doing anything.
It's hard because Walmart still packed, grocery stores still packed. What's the difference if a farmer's market is like a grocery store?
I agree.
It's all food.
I agree.
So it's like,
the difference is this: don't have your governors get on TV, demand social distancing, ventilators, say that the government's doing a shitty job when you can't control people in your own state. Clean up your own house before you go to somebody else's and fuck it up. That's my comment to it. When I saw this farmer's market, all I kept thinking of was smug-ass Gavin Newsom just being like, oh, we gotta really hunker down, shut her down. Everybody's got to stay inside.
Right.
But you know what I can't do? I can't really stop that farmer's market from closing because, God forbid, somebody doesn't get their pomegranates. Fresh pomegranate for the weekend.
Right.
I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. Us, on the other hand, too, look, we've tried to treat this as normal as possible. It's been business as usual here. We haven't missed a day of work. Matter of fact, we've done more. It was our child's birthday party on Saturday. Other people chose not to do stuff, so we had it with our own family. But
I got the invite to Brooke's driveway later.
Hey, look at that.
For a drink.
Today?
I was just trying to protect you guys. Yeah, later tonight.
Look at that.
Yeah. She's like, let's piss off our neighbors even more, which I am down for.
Same.
Because fuck them. But anyway.
Exactly.
I'll be there, Brooke.
Here's what we did.
Yeah.
We actually rented a bouncy house. Because here's the thing. We know these people are going to lose their businesses. Therefore, it's like, hey, man, I'm going to try to give money to local businesses and shit like that. Because I'm still working. We're not missing a paycheck every week, whereas they are. And I want to keep these places open.
Right.
Because they're fun. It's for kids, things like that. We called the local bouncy house people, which we talked about last week, and we're going to get into them today. Same woman showed up, same limp, very Joe Exotic. Mm-hmm. Josie Exotic of
with
her.
her little boys.
It's the same dude, and I partied with that dude a couple years ago.
It's weird that he still works for her.
Sometimes you kind of have to, man. I mean, it depends on what they're paying.
And it could be like a side gig where it's like, sure, if you need someone to set it up, and you're going to give me, I don't know what he pays them, probably Joe Exotic wages, which is nothing.
Yeah. So we did it sans other children. So we had this birthday party.
Well, we were going to get it anyway, so it's kind of like.
Yeah. I didn't want to stop them from getting a paycheck just because everything else is shut down. So I was like, great, we'll get the bouncy house. It was my parents came over, and it was me and you, and then Jax has got a little brother, Jagger. So it was kind of just the six of us in our little family.
We call him the other one.
Right? Yeah, we call him the other one.
Yeah.
He hasn't really grown into his name yet, so relax on that one. We didn't even show too many pictures yet. It's pretty much on us, He'll figure out his life.
Yeah,
but, no. So the crazy part is when you can't have kids over for a birthday party, you have to become your 6-year-old, because he turned 6. You have to become their best friends and play with them for the day. Holy shit. I'm bleeding out of my arm. You've got cuts on all over your legs and all this shit. First of all, I haven't been in a bouncy house.
Hold something in my neck.
I haven't been in a bouncy house since college. And even then, that was rented as a joke. And I was blackout drunk, so I still don't remember that experience.
Right.
Pulled something, ran around, dive. The bouncy house really takes chunks out of your skin.
Sure.
More or less like a parquet court, like the old Boston Garden court when you're sliding for a loose ball. Really rips the skin off, and you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's real. Mm-hmm. The exhaustion I felt of trying to play with a 6-year-old all day, I now understand why children want their friends over at birthday parties, because you and I certainly couldn't keep up. We did our best, and I'm proud of you. I don't know if you're proud of me, but I'm proud of you, James.
Yeah.
because trying to keep up with a 6-year-old is next to impossible for an entire day. Because this started at noon noon to what you reckon, 7?
Yeah, until bath. Like when we made it to bath time, it was just like, holy shit.
I felt like I just finished a marathon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason that we had the other kid, was for this exact reason, right? Like I just thought,
hey, go play with your brother.
I was playing with my kid a lot, and when they're younger, 2 or 3, it's a lot of like playing on the ground and like da-da-da. Once they start to get a little bit older, you're like, holy shit, I can't be his only friend. Like, first of all, creepy. If you're like, my mom's my best friend.
Yep.
At a certain age. And then secondly, like, I just couldn't do it. You know?
Yeah.
So again, that's kind of why we had the other one. So now I'm just like, oh my gosh, like not having friends around, having to parent in that way.
Yeah. Crazy. But you did a great job, and that's the most exhausted I've ever been. I felt old. I felt humbled.
Yeah.
I felt real fucking humbled. Because you see a bouncy house, it's somebody's thing, whatever it is, right? Fair or whatever, and you're like, oh man, that's a blast.
Yeah.
I'd love to go in and do that again if they'd let me. If they let me. They don't let adults in there, and I was like, man, that'd be the best time ever. It's a great time for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
No. And it looks fun because when the kids are very small, they kind of just like bounce around. And
real
it's like
high.
So fun.
Yeah.
And then the second you step in as a regular sized person, it's not fun. Your legs just sort of buckle. You're not going high at all.
No.
You're just sort of like wobbly and
as a 6'3", 225-pound man, it's not built for me.
Sure.
I was hitting the sides a lot, bouncing off the sides of that goddamn thing. And but we made it. Made it to the end of the day, exhausted, and then they come back. What are you looking at? Just comments?
I was wondering if something was going on.
No, nothing's going on.
Rick, Jamie.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
They want to do a live show from the driveway.
Oh, live show from the driveway
no.
tonight.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Got it.
So the best part of it is the bouncy house people came at 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah. Couldn't leave it.
No.
Definitely may go with a different company next time, only because like the bouncy house across the street, when they had one, they had it like all weekend.
Yeah.
Because they were like, oh, we'll drop it off Friday. We'll pick it up Monday.
Because
like,
if you don't have any other clients, leave the bouncy house.
You know what I mean?
I understand it from a business perspective of like, oh shit, if I just leave it there extra days, more kids could have the opportunity to fuck it up. So maybe that was part of it. But here was the beauty of it. And I was saving this story. You don't know this story. So I usually ask the workers like before the party starts, like, because they're setting up and everything. Those guys work hard, they're wheeling out this goddamn gigantic rubber thing in these things. That thing probably weighs 200-300 pounds, straight rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Folded up like that?
Folded up, deflated.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I usually ask them, like, hey man, what's your favorite 12 pack? I'm gonna get you 12 pack at the end of this. And we always usually tip them, too. Because I know this guy's party, and he's like, dude, Bud Platinum. And I was like, great.
Great choice.
I haven't had it, but I know it's 6%. Congratulations. So I picked him up a Bud Platinum. We made him a plate because you and I were smoking pork. Pork
I
shoulder.
was. Yeah, you weren't, but I was.
I helped a lot.
You did nothing.
Yeah, no, I helped a lot.
Carry on.
Lifted it out of the thing and put it on the grill. So that's what a man does for his family.
No, you didn't even do
that.
Yeah,
no, I did that. I did that
you
as well.
You didn't even do that.
Carry the entire tray out. Whatever. I'm no hero.
Wow, you didn't even do that.
Save all the hero talk for the men and women, the first responders. I'm not a hero. Okay, for me lifting this meat out of the house.
No, he didn't do that.
It was
17
17
and he didn't
pounds,
actually do any of
17 pounds in a tray. I carried it. But whatever. Again, I'm not a hero. Please save that for somebody else. The people who were giving out masks and things like that. So
smoked it,
made a little pork dish,
and cleaned everything up.
You did
so
not.
From top to bottom, did absolutely everything. Carry on.
Helped as well. Again, I'm not a hero. Please stop writing that I'm a hero on the message boards on YouTube.
You are.
Everybody does.
So I smoked. So I smoked a pork butt
gift and then some smaller gifts or whatever. Right. Nothing crazy and over the top. We got a trampoline. or the trampoline for the child, your stock standard, and she goes, hey, you know what you don't want to do? I was like, what's that? She was like, man, you don't want to put a trampoline up in your backyard.
Ooh.
And I was like, what? Why is that? Why do you say? And she goes, no reason. No reason. And I go, oh, all right. She goes, I was just, I was at a house a couple weeks ago. They had a trampoline in the backyard. And that thing just blew over somebody's fence. A huge gust of wind blew over somebody's fence.
Oh.
It could have killed someone, And I was just like,
that's true.
But it's a trampoline. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I may get some anchors for those legs.
Should.
Yeah.
Not real worried about that. But I was like, she goes, I would just hate for anything to happen, blah, blah, blah. And then I just kind of walked away, and I was thinking about it. And I was like, if we all had trampolines, or if that trampoline was there, chances are we wouldn't have ordered the bouncy house, obviously, right?
Right. A, we wouldn't have room, and then B, it's the same diff.
A trampoline is the only way you could stop a bouncy house business, so makes sense. Makes sense.
She got a peek at her enemy there in the garage.
Inside the garage.
She realized that was the last time.
Yeah, probably.
She was being...
For the bouncy house, yeah.
Yeah.
Because now the trampoline's set up, and I was thinking about it. I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, now that we have this big-ass trampoline back there, there's no way I'm getting a bouncy house on top of that.
Yeah.
Not getting two things to bounce on.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So.
Huh.
Yeah. She tried to mind fuck me a little bit.
Like, what are you going to do, by the way? Oh, okay, I'll send it back.
Yeah. I guess because it was still in the box. Like, oh, yeah, I'll tell her.
Oh, all right. Well, I already showed it to my son. He's really excited about it. But, hey, I'm going to send it back now. Like,
I'm gonna call overstock.com and have them come out and
have them come back and pick up this 200-pound situation.
Strange, Japes.
Very strange.
But she knows her business. She knows it well. And
she's been doing it for years.
Can't blame her for the effort. Can't blame her for the try. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. She knew. She said.
She said, "Hey,
goodbye to you guys forever." Basically.
Yeah.
As soon as she saw that.
Yeah, and I was just like, "Look, don't make me Ezra Miller, you." I'm feeling very non-binary tonight.
You want to fight?
I've been drinking Trulies all day at a barbecue for my child. I'm feeling real non-binary right now.
You just choke her out?
Yeah, just bring her to the ground.
With her cane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just, oh.
Yeah. No,
Congratulations.
nice gal, but
nice lady.
really.
Nice lady. But she's trying to protect her biz, and I understand that it's not going to work. Obviously, got that tramp in the backyard.
Yeah.
Don't need a bouncy house next to it. I read a crazy story this weekend that super fucking wild. And regarding this, the coronavirus thing, there was a couple that had just gotten married, and they took a honeymoon to Maldives. The Maldives.
Oh, the Maldives?
Yes.
You really must go.
Yeah, exactly. So it's one of those things where you're like, oh yeah, that's everybody's dream is to go there, do their honeymoon there, all that shit. The couple said, look, we knew it was an extravagance, obviously, and it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and we were going to go. We didn't know how the coronavirus would shake out. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't know what was happening. And they're from South Africa, so it wasn't like they were from, the other side of the world, because it hadn't got there yet. So they went, got to the Maldives, had a couple days there, and they were supposed to stay a week. They're still there.
Really?
Yes.
Stuck there or by choice?
So this is here where shit gets crazy. They're stuck there because South Africa ended up shutting down their country, so they can't get in. Italy obviously shut down their country.
Oh.
So you couldn't get in. They were paying I guess $850 a night for this thing, and it's like, oof. It's exactly like you see on those dream brochures where you've got those huts that are just out over the water.
Oh, yeah. And you're in your own, there's a couple of them, almost like a hut cul-de-sac out in the thing.
Yeah. So, you go there, and it's usually it's booked. There's couples on everything. You go on these dinners on the island, and then you go back out to your hut that's on the water and enjoy your life, right?
Right.
The problem with this is the workers can't go home because there's people staying there. Mm-hmm. So they're stuck there. They can't go back to their families because they've got to tend to these people.
Okay.
The people are the only ones there. It's this couple that just got married. And every day they've got to go through. So they've been there now for like 2.5 weeks. It's a 5-star resort. And one would think like, oh, shit, that's amazing. And they're like, bro, we're stuck. We're stuck with the workers. So like the workers are still going about their daily routine of cooking the meals and doing the dances and the performances.
Oh my
shit.
gosh, stop
yes.
it right now.
They said every morning.
Nightmare.
They wake up. The scuba guide, because there's like one scuba guide on the island, is just like, hey, man, let's go fucking scuba diving today.
Yeah.
Every morning this guy is just like, please come scuba
diving. Can we
diving.
scuba today or
do
what?
Something.
Oh my God. Well, they should do. Go scuba diving.
They have. They've gone like 10 times.
Every time. Yeah, they're like, dude.
We can't go scuba diving every day.
It's actually like not that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and they're having meals and they're like, man, wouldn't it be a dream to be stuck in paradise? And then when you're actually stuck in paradise and you see how weird it is, they know all the workers now and their families. They've started playing soccer with them in the afternoons with like the people at the resort.
I don't know. I kind of love this.
It's
weird.
A
movie for sure.
So, but the other thing is they were like, look, we can give you a discount, like a good discount on this shit, but we can't just let you stay here for free. And
right, they have to pay.
Yes, they have to pay. And so these people, the husband is a butcher, the other one's a teacher. They were like, look, this was like a dream
like
honeymoon
we spent
for us.
all of our money.
We're spent. Now they're going into their own savings. And they looked into the consulate of like, all right, great. How do we get back? So South Africa was like, look, there is about 20 people from South Africa that are currently stuck in Italy. We'll allow you to charter a private plane. Mm-hmm. And you guys can split the cost. We're not fucking paying for it.
No.
So it's $104,000 to charter this private plane. Yeah.
And among all these people.
Well, here's the thing. So there's 20 people. So you're looking at, $5,000 a piece for each person. Not that that's terrible because you're going from the Maldives to fucking South Africa, for Christ's sake. Like,
yeah,
it's a long ass flight.
Right.
It's a no joke of a flight there.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not like you're just skipping over one country. You're flying to a different continent at that point.
Yeah.
And the other people had to agree to it, and half of them were like, "No, we're not paying for that."
Yeah.
So now they're stuck, and they're trying to get out of.
Why can't they go to like another place around there though?
What's that?
Why can't they go to like another place?
Every
around
country
there
is in lockdown. So that's a great question because I thought that too. Every country
like,
is in lockdown.
Go to like a embassy suites or something.
Correct.
Around the corner.
But they can't. So all the hotels are shut down here, and most of New York, everywhere else, hotels are shut down.
Oh.
They're not going to let you just check into another hotel. However, if you were in a hotel or resort while this happened,
you get to stay.
You get to stay there. So they're stuck there, right? So then they looked into flying to a different country to ride this out somewhere that was cheaper.
Yeah.
The problem with it is if you fly into a country, because this is Italy, and they're, have the largest number of cases there is, when you get to that other country, you're faced with a mandatory 14-day quarantine in whatever country it is. So would
Here
you?
too?
What's that?
Here too?
Yeah, you can't fly into the United States from. There is no international flights right now. So if you are going to fly in, you're going to be spending that 14 days in the quarantine. It's like those people on the cruise ships you keep seeing where you're just like, yo, why can't they get off the fucking cruise ship 14 days?
Right.
And then great, you can come off the cruise ship.
Yeah.
But so they're like, dude, do we want to leave the Maldives and go to some other shithole country and then be locked in their embassy for 14 days in some weird quarantine, intense, with a bunch of these weirdos from around the planet, or we just want to ride this out on the island? I mean, they'll probably be out of their savings by the end of this.
They're saving, so it's like ha ha ha, and then you get home and you don't have any fucking money. Like,
it's the most bizarre story I've ever heard.
What if they just didn't pay?
Flights back to South Africa, they said, here's how it works. You've got to go 5 hours to Doha, Qatar. Big fan of Doha, especially in the winter months. Have a 3-hour layover and then 9 hours to Johannesburg in South Africa. So you're looking at a mandatory.
And then quarantine after that, yeah.
And then quarantine after that. So even if they scrambled and could get a flight, trying to leave their island, like they'd never make it.
They're going to be divorced by the time they get. I mean, they're drawing up papers now, I'm sure, because on top of being like quarantined together like that, they're also losing all of their money, which, as you know, is the huge. And
I'm glad you brought that up because they also hadn't dated very long, so like only like a year. And it was just like, oh, all right, cool. Now you're hitting these real hardships. If you make it through a couple and you're together during this quarantine, shit's probably going to work out. So
yeah,
it's a good gauge at least.
Touch and go for us.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Touch
and go for you and
and I guess the last people to leave were Americans out of this resort. Mm-hmm. But these Americans had to wrangle permission for a flight to Russia. Their only way out was
and
through
we have
Russia
not seen him since.
to the United States.
Yeah, and they did not make it home. Yeah,
they don't even put their names on.
Yeah, they didn't put their names because they are no longer in any system.
The other thing they considered,
they literally got disappeared.
The other thing that was considered was a speedboat ride to another island at another airport. You know, and it's an 1.5-hour speedboat ride. But the Maldives then announced their own lockdown at the same exact time, banning any new foreign travelers, so they couldn't get a boat in there.
So they're just in this hut, like, holy shit. Do they have Netflix? I mean, have they seen The Tiger King, or did they say anything about that?
I would imagine you do.
You have to, right?
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. 40 people was so 40 people. You're not getting it down to $2,500 a piece. 40 people on that private jet. And they still, 20 of them said, no, we're not paying this. We're not going back to South Africa.
Okay.
So they have these, they just keep posting these awkward pictures of them on the beach.
Yeah, by themselves. And you're just like, oh, what a dream. But then also not a dream. I don't know.
So they said their average day is they sleep in, obviously.
Sure.
Snorkel. Lounge by the pool, and then repeat like that every day. And they'll go to one of these shows, and then they'll play soccer with the employees on the beach.
I mean,
it kind of sounds like
they also get cooked for still. They're going to the restaurant.
Yeah.
I miss a restaurant, even if it's just me by myself. You know?
Yeah, they say their room boy. Which, they call it a room boy, which is nice. That's kind of a nice thing.
Is it like a Roomba?
No, my room boy.
Oh, okay.
It's a boy. It's a little boy.
Man, a
little tiny man.
Oh, okay.
He said he checks on their room 5 times a day because he's just bored and he has nothing else to do. And every night, the performers still put on a show for 2 people.
So uncomfortable. Like, that is my
I think at the 10th day
nightmare.
At the 10th day, I'd be like, you guys can stop the fucking show.
Like,
I'm all done with that. I'm all done with this show.
Why are they doing the show? So, anyways,
maybe they're bored and they want to do the show.
I know. That's the thing is, like, nobody has anything to do. So,
and if you look up this article, this literally is the most beautiful place you could possibly.
I know.
Ever
I'm like
be
looking at it. And like the beautiful water and like right down the steps from their hut, you know?
Oh,
but then you're just like, and then what?
Yeah. Yep.
If you don't have kids though, dream.
Well, they don't have kids. So
dream.
Look, I was thinking about it, if you're rich and don't have kids.
Rich, obviously, but this is not that.
Amazing. What if you did? I'm sure there's a bunch of people with kids out there that went to go do shit around the world. And then someone's stuck watching their kids for weeks and weeks.
Oh, my gosh. I would take it in a second. I could not get out of the house fast enough today. I was just like, bye, dude. Bye.
Yeah, you'd had it.
Anyone staying home with their kids, my God, you are
the real heroes.
The real heroes.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Crazy, right? Absolutely crazy.
And I love them, but I am not 6 and I cannot get into that mindset all the time.
Yeah. So, we got some sponsors though, James. I just kept rapping, dude. Kept rapping today. We pay for this entire show to be on the air every day. First and foremost, ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros. Corona free. Hashtag Corona free. They don't. That shit gets shipped to you in a hermetically sealed bag.
They make guarantees.
They make guarantees that you won't get it. It's in a box. 25% off everything in the entire store at ghostbed.com. 50% off the adjustable bases. If you order a mattress, you get 2 free pillows with that shit. And as always, all of these deals are good with the 36-month pay-as-you-go program. No interest. And that's the key.
Which
Knocks
is,
it down to like $20
suggest doing that right now.
It's the best. Why not? If you can take advantage of that,
if you could take advantage of that, like, none of us are insanely rich. I mean, there may be some of us on here.
There's not, or else they would have hit us up. You know
what?
They would have hit us up and said, "Hey, man, I'll pay for your bullshit." You know?
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I think that 36th month just for good measure, like, I would just do it. Get comfy and cozy right now.
You're gonna be in this for a couple more weeks,
right?
Well, what do they say? The end of the month? Oof. 24 days.
They said we have 6 more weeks.
Who said that?
That's like the kind of consensus of like, if we have to deal with this for 6 more weeks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. We should get a what's Punxsutawney Phil? Groundhog. We should get a Chinese groundhog. And
how would you know it's Chinese? Just from China?
From the eyes. Right. From the eyes of the groundhog. And then it's like a Corona groundhog, and they just bring that up, and he's like, 6 more weeks.
Right,
6 more weeks of Rona.
Corona time.
My suggestion. My other suggestion is go to ghostbed.com/Drinkin Bros today. Hop on those deals. Next up, we got keeps.com/revolution. Talked about it on the show. Said, hey, man, I got some friends who are using Keeps. Does it really keep your hair and have it fucking regrow? They heard it, and they said, look, dude, do it for the end of the year. We'll sponsor the show.
Just try it out. See how it feels.
And we'll give your listeners a free month. So go there. Take a little quiz about what your hair is. Be honest about it, though.
Yeah, because then you're going to get the right formula that's going to work for you. And a doctor is going to formulate that for you. Can't
be bold, dude. And if you think that you're going bold, get the fucking Keeps right now, dude. I'm telling you. I got a fucking mane. So I'm just trying to protect the hair that I have. And we'll see what happens.
What kind of doctor would you even go to if you had to go into a doctor's office?
You got to go to one of those Bosley centers, which is a fucking
but then they're going to try and transplant your hair.
That's what I'm saying.
If you're just a dude that's like, I feel like my hair is thinning.
Yeah.
What other option do you have? Like going into a family practice and being like, hey, what do I do? They're like, I don't know.
I don't know either. Go to keeps.com, KEEPS.com/revolution today. Free 30-day trial. That's it. I'm not even asking you to buy anything. Just go there. Join us. Let me know what you think out there. If you are fucking losing your hair, put some on your dome and let me know how it goes at keeps.com/revolution. Next up, we got StrikeForceEnergy.com, James. This is it. Oh, when all lies will be all. This is it. Tasty tiny little 10 pouch. You rip it open and squeeze it into any liquid available. Lasts longer than 5-hour energy and keeps that boner strong. You know? It does. So if you're trying to chase around your kiddos all day, get it. You can get a 10-pack, 40-pack, 750-milliliter bottle. 4 amazing flavors: orange, lemon, orange, and grape. Get it. Comes in the same box you get at 7-Elevens, which is great. No mess. And that shit works in everything, dude. Even Trulies. Ooh, I'm a little Truly girl.
Oh, you have been a Truly girl. You have been a Truly girl.
Just a little tiny Truly girl. I don't know any better. Spike it up, dude. That'll give you some energy for the entire week. Go to StrikeForceEnergy.com today. Free shipping. Corona free. 20% off with promo code REVOLUTION. Get on it today. Learn it, live it, love it. And last but not least, we got StraightRazors.com.
Ooh, that's a clean cut. Smooth. Oh, you right?
Oh, man.
Wow, Jesus is right.
Who said Jesus?
Alec.
Alec did. Alec, tender ears.
The Lord.
Yep.
The Lord will not help you.
He will not help you. He will not help you shave.
Bow, bow,
Yep.
bow, bow.
I don't know what song that is.
Um,
Ozzy Osbourne?
No, it's something like "Get on It," my pony, maybe.
Oh, that's Genuine.
Oh, okay.
Nowhere close to that sound effect.
Oh, was it? What is it?
Ow,
Ow, ow.
ow,
Oh, okay, good.
Genuine. Get on it, my
My
pony.
pony.
Shave properly. Look, a lot of stores are sold out of shaving products. NotStraightRazors.com. They got a fuck ton of deals, and with the promo code Revolution, it's 20% off. You can get everything there, man. And that aftershave, that smolder, is my fucking jam, dude. You broke a bottle, James.
I did, but it made the bathroom
promo code Revolution.
smell so good. Like
20%
in the
off it does.
world, in the world of spilling stuff, that's probably the best thing that you can spill. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Because even as I'm cleaning it, I'm just like, that smells good.
Oh, it smells great, isn't it?
Oh, it smells great. Richard Danoff, thank you.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, kids? Look, as always, every single day throughout the quarantine, we had a guy write in and said Virginia's going to be shut down until June 10th. I have a feeling they'll probably lift that, but we'll see. That would be fucking pure insanity.
Where are we
There's
at?
still nine states that aren't under any form of lockdown right now.
Where are we at as far as like when they're
April 30th
projection?
here.
Okay.
So it's shut down till May 1st here, and we'll see.
The schools are out till May 15th.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's any.
Schools aren't coming back. I can tell you that. Right
No.
now.
But I didn't know if that was any indication of.
Yeah. Rate the show on iTunes. Go on iTunes. Just rate it a 5-star and write a review quickly. It's free. It helps the show. Advertising agency loves it. And we need it. We've never solicited before. We're starting now. So please go and do that. Started watching an awesome show. If you guys are looking out at the end of your queues, Dave on FX is fucking awesome, dude.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome.
Weird.
Yeah.
And super funny.
It's about the rapper Lil Dicky, I think he goes by.
It's like a
white Jewish man.
Jewish man.
Very funny. I told you because you were like, what is this? How do you describe this? And I was like, look, the only way I can describe him is that he's a white rapper who is known for shit going viral because he can rap with any beat for like fucking 5 to 10 minutes long, but he doesn't have any like worldwide global hits. And
right.
to my knowledge, I don't even know if he has a full album out yet, to be honest with you.
I mean, he kind of says in the show that he's a YouTube rapper, right? So like whatever that means is that you just put your stuff out on YouTube and that's where you get your views and stuff.
Correct.
And money or whatever it may be. So, you don't actually have an album or anything on iTunes. Maybe he does.
Kevin Hart was the one who took this show into FX out of his production company. They got this on the air.
Good job. I mean,
it was fucking great. The reviews have been lights out, and I was like, all right, cool. I wanted to wait so there was enough episodes stacked to watch it where I was just like, all right, if I really like this, I don't want to just stop and have to watch it.
Yeah. I don't love following a show, like waiting for the week.
I know, same. FX signed a deal with Hulu, so they're showing all of their shit on the day, by the way.
Interesting.
It is, and I'll tell you why. Most of these cable networks, this was before the virus, we're beginning to crumble anyways. Mm-hmm. So you're going to see a lot of this of people pairing up with other things. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Disney bought out Hulu, so Disney owns Hulu.
Okay, maybe that's why on the Disney Plus you can get all of these.
Yes, combined for a packet. I think for $14.99 you get Hulu, Disney Plus, and then one other thing, ESPN. Plus is what you can get. This is their own ESPN as well. And you're going to start to find more and more of that because these, like the FXs of the world, the Comedy Centrals, the Adult Swims, all that shit, like their ratings, if you get 1 million, it is a massive milestone.
Right.
Which is wild to say. If you get 1 million viewers, that is a big milestone. You're probably going to be invited back for another season. Whereas this show is now over 2 million, and then you're just like,
FX actually has some really cool shit.
I'll tell you why. It's the same executive who's been there forever. His name is John Landgraf, and he's got great taste, and he's been picking shit.
Used to though. They haven't always.
Go back to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia, I think, was like the first one, and then Louis was on there. Baskets, like
here's the thing. Go back to Sons of Anarchy. Yeah. The Mayans, like all of that shit. Same guy is still there.
Huh?
And he was the one bitching, and I talked about this maybe 5 or 6 months ago. He was the one bitching that because they were asking him, they were like, "Hey, are you going to go to a Netflix model?" And he goes, "No, we can't afford that."
Right.
And he goes, "They can't afford it either, and they're going to need advertisers one day." But he goes, "If we take the advertisers out of the equation, we are fucked. If we just go to an app, streaming app, like that's it. That's the end of the network."
Yeah.
And I 100% agree with him.
Sure.
But I don't know how you stop. Now that I'm conditioned to this, I don't know how you stop people from waiting like we do. Of like, great, I purposely waited for Hulu to get a good 6 under there so I could give it a nice test run. Because if I liked it, I didn't want to just stop at 1.
They're saying his album is called Professional Rapper, which I think is really funny. Go ahead.
That's great.
It's so good.
It's great. I'll have to fucking peep it now. I just remember him being on every show there is. Infamously, he goes on Sirius XM all the time on, what is it, Shady 45? Yeah, Shady 45. With that guy who used to be on MTV. He now hosts that show, the morning show on Shady 45. Sway in the morning.
Sway.
So Sway plays these beats, and Little Dicky will just go off for like 5 minutes, and they all end up going viral because they're amazing. But I'll have to peep out his album now. I'm a huge fan of the show. I'm too conditioned now that I can't go back into the binging. I'm going to do it for that Michael Jordan series because I'm dying to see that. And it's the Michael Jordan series, but you take Ozark, for example. Man, if I would have had to wait week to week for Ozark,
no. Well,
now
now listen,
I wanted to watch all of it.
I know, but now listen, it's for your own good, right? Like
this is what you said after we finished it Friday night.
Yeah, because there was something so.
You were so angry after it ended.
Yeah, I just loved I love Ozark so much.
And they killed it this season. Season 3 was fucking phenomenal.
So like getting it, the thought of like, because I always make my bed in the morning, look back at it, and just say like, I will see you soon.
Yes.
Like I love it so much.
Yeah, you talked to your bed.
But the best feeling was like, kids are in bed, I can curl up with some bed wine that I never drink,
right,
and watch Ozark and like get into that world. And so maybe we should have watched only one a night. You know what I mean?
Well, I couldn't wait. It was too good.
I know, but like, you need to spread that feeling out.
Yeah. Ozark ends with like probably the best ending you could of this season, and there's going to be more, obviously. And the way they set up the following seasons, like I can already see the next 2 seasons in my head of that show, and I love it. That should win all of the awards for this.
You would think, but it should have already won a bunch last year. I think
it's crazy.
I think he did win something for like SAG Awards or something like this.
Yeah.
But
Laura Linney, the brother.
Dude, that brother?
Jeez.
Did not like him at first.
I guess you would call it a guest starring role. Whatever it is, if he doesn't win.
Yeah.
He's not a series regular because it was 1 season, and like, I remember a friend of ours who was on for 1 season of something, and the series kept going, and he only got like a guest star credit on it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how that works, but
my God,
he deserves all of the awards for that.
Oh yes,
it was fantastic. God damn it, man, that show is great.
And then directing, I mean, come on.
Great. It was absolutely great. So if you're out there and you're like, hey man, what else is left? If you haven't watched Ozark, definitely peep that on Netflix. And then Dave on Hulu is really, really, really funny. I don't know where we go after Dave. My sincerest hope is this. Like looking at the days, Dana White of the UFC, who runs the UFC, says, look, I am sticking to that April 18th fight night. I promise to put on a card. He's supposed to announce the venue tonight. They're looking at an Indian reservation. I know that sounds weird. Yeah. But the gaming commissions, as far as fights go, are typically in California, Nevada, and New York, and New Jersey. Right now, they're shut down, and they're not letting anybody. The fighters aren't letting anybody fight in those states because of the pandemic and the social distancing rules.
Sure.
However, the Indian reservations don't have any law whatsoever, and So there has been fights in the past, boxing matches that took place on these Indian reservations where they're like, hey man, so-and-so didn't clear something, or they let a boxer fight with AIDS one time, and it was just like, all right, who said he didn't have AIDS? And, you know, it was just like, all right, nothing happened, so fuck it. I think that's supposed to be announced tonight, and that's on April 18th, which I know is 12 days away, and that seems like a lot. But then the Michael Jordan series starts on the 19th, and then that week on Thursday night, the NFL is still sticking by it, man. Hey, we're going through with our draft. That's going to be on Thursday night. If the draft happens, if the UFC fight happens, I might cry. I might cry like a baby. If the NFL draft happens, whew, look, everybody's been drinking a lot out there at home.
Right.
That night, though, dial it up.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Might even put a group invite. We might go live from here and do it, actually, Dan and I, and just say, fuck it, and then have everybody in here and do it live on YouTube, because that would be a blast. Like, since people can't really come over, you know, we had some friend of ours drop off some birthday gifts for the kids, which was awesome. Sweet. Super nice. Handed it over the fence, or came to the front door and left it, like, and that was nice. So maybe, because Dan and I just don't care about the coronavirus and never have, we'll go, if the NFL sticks to that draft date, if they stick to that UFC fight that night, we'll pop it up and go live in here and watch it in here.
What time is that?
Late. But anybody's on the West Coast, congratulations. Like, hey, man, that'll be early for you. And then the draft itself is at 8 EST. Yeah. Everything will still be under lockdown. So, yeah, we'll go live on YouTube and have that kickoff. And then, I feel like that will return some normalcy to it, especially because they said the peak is coming in, 10 days? You know, the peak of this thing, and then it's supposed to slow down after that. So we'll see. But, you know, I think if that happens, and especially the UFC and the draft in particular, and I know to any non-sports fans out there, you're like, what the fuck do I care about that? I think for dudes, at least, it'll give you some sense of normalcy of like, all right, man, we finally have some form of sports back that's live. Because yesterday was goddamn depressing. Is that the first time I've ever said you can turn the sports, because I don't really give a shit about this?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Ever, right?
Yeah.
It's just reruns.
Fine with it. But yeah, you are having a hard time with it.
Because they showed a Super Bowl from 10 years ago last night on CBS.
The weirdness of it, where you're just
awful.
Like, but you guys will fucking watch it.
I won't watch that. I'm not going to watch a game I've already seen 10 years ago.
Tiger King is doing one more episode, I guess.
Yes. Tiger King's coming back for one more episode this week. They're shooting it now. Yeah,
I don't know what that's going to be.
Kind of like what are they doing now?
Like
type
a reunion type sitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you will get one more Tiger King episode. I will say this, as far as I'm concerned, pretty over the memes and everything for Tiger King related.
Yeah, I think we've passed the point.
I have.
Yeah.
Because I saw that day 2.
Yeah.
It was out, and then the world caught up, and it was just like, it was a fun thing when we were doing it, and now I'm completely over it. But if you get one more episode of Where Are They Now and all that other shit.
I hate Chrissy Teigen so much.
Oh, what happened with her?
Well, you know how everyone was kind of like dressing up. That's a new thing that I don't think is that original either, but everyone's like dressing up, and everyone member was talking about who should play who, and it was like
dressing up as Tiger King?
Yeah. And
gotcha,
Dax Shepard was being a total thirst monster about it. And everyone was like throwing their hat in the ring, and she just put, it was on Entertainment Tonight, but she just put a picture of her kid's head over Joe Exotic's.
Yeah.
And was like, I think my kid should, would be a good candidate. And they were like, Chrissy Teigen hilariously threw her kid's hat in the ring.
No. Not funny at all.
She just put her kid's face.
Yeah.
And we're saying it's hilarious?
That's where we've come to.
Because she's a supermodel?
That's where we've come to. The other thing we came to yesterday on Fox was they showed, because NASCAR is not on. Not that anybody's watching NASCAR these days, but NASCAR has set up simulators for the drivers. So you're in a simulated vehicle that you would be driving, but you're playing yourself in a video game. You watched it and thought it was the real NASCAR.
It was very good graphics, yeah. I just didn't think, my mind would not compute like the fact that was happening. Like it wouldn't let me do it. I was like, that's real, right? Like those are real cars. Like what is, no.
Here's why China definitely released this virus. It was more interesting to watch them in a simulator driving because you could hear them talk shit to one another than the actual normal NASCAR races. And I was like, oh, if I'm NASCAR, probably would have done a test run of this and been like, hey, man, we definitely should not show this to the public or else no one's going to give a fuck about real NASCAR.
Yeah, but people are still going to give a fuck because they want that possibility of people dying.
Perhaps.
Not perhaps. It's one of the biggest things.
The numbers, it was over 1 million viewers. I looked at the ratings and I was like, it was over 1 million viewers. And I was like, oopsie, you're only pulling in about 3 for real races. What's going to happen if you just keep showing this every week? And they are.
Yeah.
Like, they've been doing it for 3 weeks now and they're going to keep doing it. It's like, I wouldn't condition your audience that much to fake simulated video game racing because it's safer. It's more entertaining.
Sure.
And
but you don't want safe with NASCAR.
I don't, me personally. But after that guy almost died
it's true.
at Daytona 500.
That crash.
Ryan Newman.
Yeah.
A lot of people were like, whoa, we should maybe take a step back and look at this. But, you know, it is that's how Dale Earnhardt died, you know?
Yeah.
On the track, Daytona 500. So it's like, yeah, you did not know that.
Huh?
It is obvious you did not know that.
No, I did. I just didn't know what what did you want me to say about it?
I mean, same track.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Same track, same everything. So it's just like, all right, cool, man. They're gonna pull the plug on that. Are they?
I don't know.
Or is that the future? I don't know what that is.
Pulling the plug on after this. I think it will be a lot of things. I'm just not sure.
The other side of this was I watched the NBA thing on Friday night. They had the NBA players, real NBA players, playing NBA 2K. Mm-hmm. And holy fuck, that was boring. Like, no, I need real basketball. Like, I miss real basketball.
Yeah.
And it was in no way, shape, or form fun to watch. Like, that's the thing about athletes. Like, they're already hard to interview anyways because they're so fucking boring. Yeah. Watching them play a video game on top of it was awful. I mean, and the scores were like 60-58, and you're just like, dude, this is terrible, man. They actually probably did themselves a service by doing that, where it's just like, oh, hey, could this ever take over a real sport? No, it couldn't.
Right.
This is boring as shit to watch. So that one didn't hold up well. The NASCAR thing surprisingly did.
Yeah.
But I'm over it now. Let's get the real sports and get the real people back in here and get this up and going. They asked Trump about it Friday. They said, hey, man, what do you think about the NFL this week? And he's like, because the NFL has done nothing. They're like business as usual.
Oh, yeah.
And Trump's like, look, man, I hope to have everybody back in stadiums for the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see a problem with it because it's not till September.
Yeah.
So we'll see. See what happens on that front. But yeah, man, it's so weird and depressing watching shit where you're just like, God damn it, man. And now I'm scared what happens when Dave is over, you know?
Yeah, like what?
Got to get back.
God, what we're going to watch. I mean, nothing.
Disney Plus, by the way, the ratings came out for the apps.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that's the highest rated through the pandemic is Disney Plus, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm assuming it's because there's so many children.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think they just released Onward on there.
Oh, yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did put Onward on there. You're right. Yeah.
So that may have been it.
Yeah.
And Frozen 2.
Yeah. And then it's the little things, man, like the dates of things. Like I was reading on here, today is the week of the Masters.
Yeah.
We had friends that are going. I went a couple years ago.
They're not going, but yeah.
No, it's shut down.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like that's sad. Tonight I was actually supposed to be at the finals for college basketball.
Oh, that's right.
Supposed to watch Ohio State play for the championship tonight. I'm just assuming they probably won the national championship. So,
yeah.
But I was supposed to be in Atlanta. Our guest was obviously John Brinkus from ESPN Sports Science. He had to do a call-in show. But I was supposed to be in Atlanta all this weekend. You were supposed to be in Los Angeles.
I was.
For spring break with the kids.
I was, yeah.
They're on permanent spring break now.
Yeah, so it's spring break right now, which is kind of like, I'm going to still do school stuff because I can't just not have them do anything.
Yeah, what do they do, the teachers, like with the take-home stuff?
They're supposed to be on spring break right now, and I cannot handle that.
Okay.
So
so the teachers aren't doing anything? Like
No.
they're like, hey, we're off too?
Mm-hmm.
Oof. Man.
Yeah, so there's no online learning stuff this week.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I'm not doing it. I'm one of those moms that's like, nope, you're going to still read a couple books. You're going to draw. You're going to like have some kind of routine because I can't handle it.
Yeah. No, it's a hard one.
Because with spring break, for what? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're not going anywhere. You can't go to like the pool. We're not like, woo, spring break. It's like it's the same as any other week at this point.
It is. And you're trying to find weird shit to watch. That Quibi launched this week, by the way. That's stupid.
This?
You seen that? There's a million commercials.
I've seen all the ads. I still don't understand what it is.
It's 10-minute content, like 10-minute shows. So like they've got Punk'd. They're redoing Punk'd on there with Chance the Rapper is playing the Ashton Kutcher.
Year is it right now?
Exactly. But they're 10 minutes apiece. People are raging that it's only available on mobile. They can't watch it on TV. And I was like, I don't want to watch something that's 10 minutes anyways.
Nope.
It's called YouTube, bro.
No, it's
the whole pop on into YouTube.
By the way, every commercial is somebody watching it on their phone.
Yeah.
Idiot.
Yeah. I guess they want to watch it in their living room. I don't want to watch this shit. I don't want to watch 10-minute. Don't bother me with 10-minute shit. I can go to YouTube for that.
Exactly.
I don't need to see that fucking bullshit.
Quibi.
And who's that really for? Who is a 10-minute show for?
Society now.
I think it's gonna crash and burn. It's just so
society as
dumb.
we know it now. We can't handle anything longer than
dumb. But yeah, hopefully all this shit slowly returns. We'll be here with you throughout all of this. We're going every day, every single day of the week, Jabes, and I feel good about it. I feel positive.
Do you?
I do actually.
Cool.
Do
Cool.
We appreciate everybody stopping by here. Ruben Schneider, Reed White, Nico the Greco,
Craig Deleske, Richard Danoff, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, dude. Stephen Hawkins. It's not Hawking. Close though, right?
Hawkins, yeah.
Hawkins,
yeah.
Wheelchair Man.
Yeah.
Oh, they call him the Hawk in there,
Hawk. Cool.
Grat Hodson.
So cool.
Christopher Broman's always in there too, man. Safety First Medical, Michael Hando, Adam Dankoff, AJ Gamble, all you guys, man. We appreciate it. We're gonna keep doing this live on YouTube every day. If you haven't already, subscribe to Drinkin Bros podcast on YouTube. Ross Patterson Revolution is on there. Drinkin Bros is on there. Drinkin Broettes is on there. Fucking Savage Saturdays with Derek White is on there. We get bangers on there.
Front Toward Enemy.
He's
not on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He is on YouTube, but he's on his own channel.
Yeah.
Dakota Meyer's big time.
Check him out, though.
Yeah, check out Front Toward Enemy. He's got a new show out tonight. You guys have a new show out tonight on Drinkin Broettes. Who is it?
We do.
Who is it?
Who is what?
Who's your show? Do you have a guest tonight, or?
We do. I don't really want to reveal it yet.
Oh, look at you. Look at you, all fun and flirty. Find out who it is.
Find out who it is
tonight. Other than that, though, yeah, we're gonna keep doing this, and then we'll drop the audio in the afternoon. So if you're an audio listener, the Ross Patterson Revolutions will go up immediately right after the live show. And subscribe on YouTube at Drinkin Bros podcast. It's got everything on here, and we're in it for the long haul. We'll see how long this goes, James. What did you bring in that toilet paper on purpose today?
Oh yes, I think I want to make like a necklace from it because I think everyone should bring their own toilet paper now.
With them everywhere they go?
With them everywhere they go. So you're kind of like, I was starting to say it to people where I was like, hey, I won't use if you use someone's bathroom or something, which you can't really do anymore.
Sure. You can, you can't.
You can and you can't, but I was just going to be like, yeah, well, I've got my own, you know, don't worry. I won't be using any of your toilet paper.
Smart. I like that a lot, James.
And then you can just sort of, you know what I mean?
Unroll it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah. You go from the top, not the underneath?
No.
Same.
I think underneath is the...
Yeah, that's that. That creeps me out. When I go to somebody's house and it's underneath like that.
I forget which is the right way, but yeah, this.
I go to the top, yeah.
Yeah, because then you can just rip and then it just lays right there.
Yeah. Save that toilet paper, James. Okay.
This?
Yeah. Save it, okay?
I know. I don't want to be like one of those people, right? That's
Those
like,
people, yeah.
Yeah. That's
exactly.
like, oh, I'm quarantining on my yacht. Oh, I just throw toilet paper around.
No, that is 8 squares of magic right there. That's 8 squares of white gold.
And then, I actually pulled this apart. Okay.
Good for you.
And I can use, and then I can double it.
Yeah,
okay?
you can. Yeah, you can.
If anyone at home is wondering
not at
how
all.
you do that.
Good time to get out of here on that one.
Just see this?
Nope.
Now it's double.
No,
now
you
this
can't.
one's for you. You can take that in there with you.
Thank you very much.
And then I can have this one. Okay?
Might as well wipe my hand with my ass. This is how thin it is. I might as well wipe my hand with my ass.
And then you can just
wipe
see
my ass with my hand.
right through.
Nope.
And I'm good to go. I can see you still.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, of course. Of course. Again, might as well wipe your ass with your own hand. That's how thin that is.
Which is also a way. It's like a way.
It is. Yeah,
that some
for
people
sure.
are doing, and then they'll just wash it.
Ugh. A lot of poopy hands coming out of this.
Look, I mean, I don't think you should
saga.
be able to judge people at this point,
I'm
coming
not.
from where you're coming.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Jabes, you were fun. You were flirty today. I love you very much. I do. I'll see you down at the saloon.
I'll see you down at the saloon. I'll see you tomorrow. Don't talk to me until then.
For Jessie Wiseman, a.k.a. The Jables. I'm Ross Patterson. This is The Revolution. Good night, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
That's right. It's afternoon. Look at that.
It's afternoon. We're going to have to get used to that.
I'm back on a Monday, and I'm off. I'm off my game.